Hello everyone, welcome back. So we'll get started now.
Looking at the agenda today, we'll cover the brief overview of IBM Security Verify portfolio. Then we'll dive into the identity governance and administration IGA with IBM Security Verify. Then we'll move on to the IGA demo. Then we'll cover the authentication and access management features of IBM Security Verify, followed by the demo for the same. Identity and access management, IAM, is a security discipline that deals with how users access digital resources and what they can do with those resources. IAM system ensures that each individual user has the exact permission they need to do their jobs and not more than that, and keeps the hackers out. That's where the ISV comes in, effectively managing a growing number of identities across on-premise, legacy, and cloud, which is often a challenge for organization in a hybrid reality. Business transformation and different types of identities such as workforce, consumer, partner further adds to the complexities to deal with. Living with this reality, IBM Security Verify provides identity fabric controls and a modernized approach for all the identity needs, such as single sign-on, which is centralized access control for cloud and on-premise applications, and thus reducing password fatigue, simplifying and securing access to all applications with a single set of login credentials, helping with the user self-service. IBM Security Verify helps deliver one-click access within an authenticated session to the cloud, on-premise and mobile applications from from a unified single sign-on launchpad, thus improving workforce productivity and reduce the cost for the help desk. Then the next feature is adaptive access, which continuously evaluates user risk by applying machine learning for higher accuracy with adaptive access. Effective access control must balance trust and risk. IBM Security Verify uses machine learning and AI to analyze key parameters, user, device, activity, environment, and behavior in context to determine holistic risk scores. This analysis drives more accurate, contextual authentication decisions to better protect both your business and your user experience. Then the next is advanced authentication, including passwordless. Adding a security layer such as multi-factor authentication or going fully passwordless for faster access to data applications. With IBM Security Verify, advanced authentication, you can protect accounts with an additional layer of security, control applications with granular contextual access policies, meet compliance requirements such as common approach to MFA across apps, VPN, Windows desktops, and Linux. Or you can go fully passwordless with QR code and FIDO authentication. Then we have privacy and consent management using templates for detailed requirements to help address privacy laws and self-services. IBM Security Verify provides centralized decision engine to help automate consent determination rules across data usage purposes. There's no need to reinvent procedures for every application. Verify can control how data should be collected, how it can be used, and under what condition context is required. Then lastly, we have identity governance and administration, which enables security administrators to efficiently manage user identities and accesses across the enterprise. It improves the visibility into identities and access privileges and helps them implement the necessary control to prevent inappropriate or risky access. In today's session, we are going to take a deeper look at identity governance and administration involving on-premise targets and authentication using the on-premise directory while using Security Verify SaaS. Looking at the core components of identity as a service, as we already covered the single sign-on, multi-factor authentication, adaptive risk, and governance and lifecycle. So this slide covers the detailed features of the same. The key components on the right-hand side are components which help in enabling the modernization, which are handy for hybrid use cases. The first one is Verify Bridge for authentication, which is a lightweight on-premise directory agent that facilitates authentication to on-premise directories. Then we have the Verify Bridge for provisioning, which provides provisioning runtime engine to allow management of on-premise targets while using out-of-the-box SDI adapters. These two components we'll be covering up in the demo today. Then next is IBM Application Gateway, which is a containerized on-premise gateway proxy that modernizes authentication for on-premise applications. Then we have directory sync, which is used to synchronize the user from on-premise directories, be it SDS or Active Directory, to ISV. So this slide shows the IBM Security Verify product portfolio, which starts from the IBM Security Verify directory, formerly known as ISDS. Then we have automated cloud-based and on-premise capabilities For access management, administration, identity governance, managing workforce and consumer identity, and access and controlling privileged accounts. The PAM solution is the privileged access management that we can see on the right hand side. And at the top, we see IBM Security Verify SaaS. That's what we are covering today. So this slides cover the deployments for IBM Security Verify SaaS. So as we can see here, we have a multi-region deployment and with an SLA of 4 nines across all the regions. On the right hand side, we see various compliance and certifications the product has acquired. This slide shows the key IGA capabilities available from Verify SaaS. The key differentiators are with using Verify, we get a single pane of glass experience for applications to be managed for access and identity governance and administration needs such as SSO, MFA, provisioning capabilities, all are integrated together. IGA for workforce, consumer, and partner use cases. IBM Security Verify SaaS is a true microservice architecture. It's highly scalable and performant, and it serves as a true identity as a service platform. All features are built with API first strategy and thus making integration with any system feasible. And to highlight a few key capabilities of the IGA, the joiner mover levers, account synchronization, also known as reconciliation, custom schema support for provisioning along with attribute transformations, a wide range of connectors for managing the target systems both on-premise and SaaS, fine-grained entitlement management, fine-grained access requests for self and others, adoption and remediations of account, keeping account compliant, thus improving the security posture, delegated administration, dynamic and static roles, RBAC and ABAC capabilities, and lastly, the access recertification. This slide shows a snapshot of the connectors that we have in our catalog. These are the few most common endpoints shown here, which are available for provisioning from IBM Security Verify. The list is growing with continuous delivery every 3 weeks. And along with the SaaS targets, we have a list of supported on-prem targets. This is used with existing adapters from the ISPG product. Using these adapters, on-prem targets can be managed from Verify Security SaaS. The important point to be noted here is the provisioning bridge that we see. It is used to establish a connectivity to on-prem targets. It requires outbound connectivity to SaaS environment and nothing else. It does not require any VPN or port opening from the firewall. Just outbound connectivity is sufficient. And the outbound connectivity using proxy is also supported. This slide also shows the list of supported targets on-prem, and the list is growing with more targets in the release pipeline in the coming quarters. We are going to cover a few targets on-premise targets in our demo today. So this slide shows a high-level architecture of what we just spoke. The various personas, the consumer enterprise directory, accessing the Verify SaaS and exploring the key capability of SSO, MFA, adaptive access, while accessing the cloud applications and the on-premise application for the provisioning needs, for the entitlement management needs. Also, access recertification will be done for periodically for making sure right people have the right access. Another key feature of IBM Security Verify is the access recertification, which enables you to review and validate the access privileges of your users regularly. This ensures their accesses are still necessary, appropriate, and compliant with the organization's policy and regulations. This process is mandatory for compliance and security risk management. However, it can be a very daunting process for some organization with dispersed system workforce partners which do not have tools, resources, and a centralized identity directory. IBM Security Verify has this feature of access certification, with which certification campaign can be created for periodic recertifying user access entitlements and accounts associated with the application.